Happy Sunday, Cal State Fullerton. My name is Tonya Ingram, and I am a poet. And I will be sharing with you all a few poems to help us kind of just get through these wild times. I hope that the poems are the hug that you need. And I want you to know that I see you, and that I love you, and that I'm so proud of you, and that we're gonna get through this. So here are a few poems, and I hope you enjoy them. I am at North Hollywood Park right now, and it's very beautiful. I am definitely social distancing. I have my mask in my bag, and I have sanitizer. But yes, so hopefully you enjoy this nature and these poems, and I'm sending you the biggest hug. Here we go. On the days you miss your ex, climb back into bed, order your favorite takeout, marathon RuPaul's Drag Race. On the days you miss your ex, avoid the Polaroids, avoid the text messages, avoid the Facebook memories. Remember the first time you met. Were you nervous? Remember the last time they said, "I love you." Did you believe it? Remember how they held your hand during chemotherapy, during breakdowns, during doubts. Remember the gifts you exchanged, the arguments that stayed too long, the resentment that made a home and miscommunication. Remember when they forgot your name the way it needs to be held. Remember when they forgot the kind of woman you fight to be. It is okay to be the one who got away and wants to return. It is okay to give heartbreak the space to call you back. A love lost is not always a love returned, but a love you give yourself will always be a love worth keeping. That On the Days You Miss Your Ex, which I wrote after my own heartbreak, and it was pretty difficult to just get through it, but I allowed myself to feel. So the days that I did miss him, what did that feel like? What did that mean, and giving myself the patience and the grace to get through that. So friends, please give yourself the patience and the grace to get through it. All right, here we go. Just gonna keep going. How to be single. How to be single. Flirt with the sun. Wear all of the booty shorts. Learn how to wink at the cutie from the beach, from the coffee shop, from the library, from anywhere you be stunting. Download Tinder. Delete Tinder. Download Tinder. Delete Tinder. Look in the mirror and embrace your naked. Buy lingerie, not for the validation, but for the return of sexy like it never left. Laugh at your ex. Laugh at doubt. Laugh at what held you from yourself. Let your lip gloss be poppin'. Let your savage be glorious. Let your earrings be big. Respond to the you up text if you want to. Send the you up text if you want to. Let your loud be glorious. Put a spell on your growth. Tell it to stay, to be the reminder of what you deserve. A love so damn good, it can only be something you give yourself. Self-love is important, y'all. And that's how to be single, because I am definitely single out here. And this is just a side note. I'm not sure if it's necessary, but I saw some really cute guys at the park today, and I was just like, I'm really happy I'm single right now, because I have options. In the age of Corona, there are still options. All right. Boom, boom, boom. For the next lover, there will be days I forget the measurement of my worth. I will dive into the softest parts of my sadness. Will you know to hold my hand and play Janis Joplin until weeping becomes the echo? Will you know ice cream, cake, and coloring books make the heavy a good song? There will be days I string together memories of the most ugly kind. Memories of ex-lovers with sharp teeth. Memories of men who touch without consent. Will you know to hold me like the world is ending? Like we met under a meteorite with seconds to spare. There will be days my body is not mine. It will need repair. It will need chemo. It will need rest. Will you run your fingers through my hair while it falls out? Will you trace my stretch marks and call it a journey? Will you love me and love me and love me better than the last mistake I made. I wait for your name, but until then I give myself this magic, this love I call my own. And that poem is called For the Next Lover. I think a theme that is being shown here is self-love. How can we show ourselves love after heartbreak, when we're stressed out, when we're just like, I can't even get out of bed? What does self-love look like? And especially during these times where it's just like, how do we love ourselves through this? Like, what does that even look like? And so that poem spoke to my own heartbreak, but it speaks to me now as I try to figure out what self-love entails these days. So that's that poem. And a lot of these poems are from a collection, my latest collection of poems from a book that I wrote called How to Survive Today, which is basically a journal. It's a book of affirmations. There's poetry in it, but it's all meant to kind of help us get through these times. And so these poems that I'm sharing come from that collection. They talk about heartbreak, they talk about self-love and joy and healing and what all of that looks like. And it's so apropos that it's called How to Survive Today, because we're going through some difficult times that I think we're all just trying to get through and survive. So I hope these poems resonate with you somehow, because heartbreak is still real in the age of Corona. Okay, I'm trying to get a boyfriend in the age of Corona, but social distancing is real. Okay, so moving on. So these next collection of poems were written after my heartbreak. So the first three poems were kind of dealing with that heartbreak, but these are poems now that talk about self-love and how do you invite yourself to fall in love again, after it's been hurt. So this poem is entitled How to Invite Yourself to Fall in Love Again. Give your body a name it deserves. Carve the dream into a tree. The dream you keep returning to. Be the song that reminds you of road trips and parks. Study your stretch marks. Call each line a victory, a life you won. Drop it low and twerk it lower. Bathe in glitter and no fucks given. Hit the snooze button on insecurity. Tell anxiety it can't sit with us. Devour all of the carbs and release expectation. Buy the wig, buy the Taco Bell, buy the goodness of being okay with the lonely. Channel your inner Rihanna and stay hydrated. Allow space for the weeping. Allow yourself the hoe phase. Allow yourself to have joy be its own parade. Plant something. Write a lullaby to the rain, to the sound of washing away, of letting go. Call the homies and gossip about the day you learn how to love yourself again. How to send an invitation to your heart, asking it to come home. That's that one. It's so interesting recording these poems without an audience, just recording it, and I just, my hope is that I hope it reaches someone. I hope these words mean something to someone, so thank you all again. I want to love myself so fiercely it exchanges apologies for magnificence. That's my mantra. I want to love myself so fiercely it exchanges apologies for magnificence. We are magnificent, friends, no matter what. I want to be more than a good fuck, more than my body laid out for the picking, for the feast. I want someone to take me out of my clothes and my depression, to sleep alongside knowing I am not their morning shame, not a woman who is attractive and recyclable, good for now but not good for the next day. I want more than what you can put inside of me, for what can enter and leave so quickly, so fast out of the door it calls you an Uber before you can put your shirt back on. I know the signs of my heart, what exhausted, what good loving I can offer. I want more than crying over another hymn, telling my friends he ain't shit but still having to hold loneliness like a lover, a faithful lover who has yet to leave. I want more than the excuse of it's me, not you, when it really screams I am selfish and cannot escape. I want to be a rainstorm when it really means dance. I want to be a rainstorm you can dance in, not one you watch from the inside of your room, comfortable and yet still have access to my downpour. Leave me to my joy, where you do not interrupt if you do not want to stay. Hey, that's that one. Yeah, sometimes you just want more for yourself, and that's where I'm at. Poem is just written on just tired of the kind of meaningless dating for me, and that poem was born from that moment. My friends, be patient with the blooming of your heart. Some of these things, these one-liners are affirmations that I wrote in the book that I'll also say while I'm performing, just to remind ourselves to stay grounded, to stay present, to know that we're doing better than we think when all we did was just brush our teeth and play The Sims for like 8 hours. Like, you're doing better than you think, and I'm proud of you. So please, my friends, be patient with the blooming of your heart. How to be alone. Find a book, a story made of escape, a story to widen the smile. Leave the headphones and wander into the thrift shop, the flower shop, your heart shop. Spend too many hours in Target. Price your favorite lamp and come back to it. You are worthy of light. Learn the meaning of your name, the one you want to be called. Find a forest and a good reason to breathe. Daydream without restriction, without doubt knocking on the door. Fart. Sing your favorite Broadway musical off-key. Buy a balloon and write about a romance that left you breathless. Then let it go. Make room for a new memory, for a piece undeniably yours. Build a fort. Welcome your insecurities. Tell them to rest, to take a break. Pray for a loneliness that does not hurt, but for a lonely like a river, like a good cuddle, like the last time someone broke your heart, but not your story. Alone is not a sad song. Alone is an encore we give ourselves to keep from fading. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be alone. So that's poem. That poem was just about me dealing with my ideas of loneliness and the difference between being alone and lonely. I'm not lonely, I'm alone. I think Jamila Woods says that in her very amazing song Holy. If you haven't checked that out, please do. So good. But yeah, friends, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to find out more about you. It's okay to have a romance with yourself. And that's the airplanes going above our heads. Okay. This poem was inspired by Nayyirah Waheed, and it's about the moment you do fall in love again after going through so much of the heartbreak. What does love look like now? And how do you navigate that? So this poem is inspired by that thought. When you fall in love again, let it be messy. Let it be lit. Let it be life. Let it be the business, the sauce, the shit, on fleek, on God, on everything. When you fall in love again, let it cry your eyelashes off. Let it FaceTime you for hours. Let it explain to your best friends how cute this new person is. Let it give you wild thoughts and a DJ Khaled key to life. When you fall in love again, exclude the memories of your ex. When you fall in love again, Know that you will let it harvest a kaleidoscope of butterflies, an oil painting of the stomach drop you get when they text you back when you fall in love again. Let it be avocado toast in farmer's market, the kind of bumbling joy that gets you out of the house, out of a brawl with depression and its sibling of anxiety when you fall in love again. Let it be passing or forever, a coffee shop crush or a walk down the aisle when you fall in love again. Be patient with the blooming of your heart. Water it, feed it, nourish it, a love you can only give yourself, one earth and a reason to see you as whole, as holy, as every time you did not see yourself as beautiful, reversed. That's that poem. I thought it was pretty special that the quote about being patient with the blooming of your heart showed up in this poem, as well as the word holy that I just mentioned about Jamila Wood's song. So that felt very appropriate. All right. Y'all probably think I'm strange. It's okay, me too. Sorry, I just found a little dead fly on my blanket and that freaked me out, so I'm gonna discard the guy, little fella, and I'm gonna move on, keep it pushing. This poem is called Instructions for the Heavy-Hearted. I feel like many of us are very heavy-hearted these days, so I hope these words bring some relief. Instructions for the heavy-hearted. Dance in your undies. Eat a pint of Rocky Road ice cream, walk the dog, find a dandelion, block the number, the Instagram, the whole damn person, play your favorite vinyl. Make a pitcher of lemonade. Spend an hour with a coloring book. Listen to the advice from your grandma. Read a poem, a love poem, a silly poem, a break my heart to rebuild it poem. Light a candle, preferably one that smells like cinnamon rolls. Take yourself to the movies or to your living room to watch Netflix because social distancing is real, but go alone. Know you are worthy to date, to sit with. Go to a thrift store and try on all of the leather jackets and cowboy boots, or go to your closet and try on all of the fabulous outfits that make you feel fierce. Plan a weekend trip. Once the quarantine is over, create a vision board. Stay in bed. Stay in bed. Stay in bed. Be everything you want today, productive or not. You are perfect in your present. Had to make some modifications to that because I realized, we can't go outside, so there's no movie or thrifting right now. What? That's not real. At least for now. Okay, enough of that. I think too, as we're learning just how to take care of ourselves, we're also learning just how to find our sexy, like how to still embrace ourselves. Like today is the first day of a few days where I feel like I didn't have to wear sweats and a hair tie or something. I decided to bring some color to my wardrobe, which, by the way, is quick sponsor. This top and bikini top, which I have under my jean shorts, were given to me by Kitty and Vibe, which is an awesome swimsuit company that is all about body inclusivity, body positivity, and so I'm wearing that in celebration of such. And speaking of body positivity, body inclusivity, this poem is called How to Be Fierce, and something that I'm learning with myself every day as I am learning my body in new ways, and dealing with my own health, situations. I'm learning that I get to name my own beauty. I get to rename my beauty. I get to define it on my own terms. And so this poem speaks to what fierceness feels like to me. And I hope you enjoy it. How to be fierce. Thread the eyebrows or shave them off. Watch YouTube tutorials on how to smize and then practice with the sun. Remember the last time you twirled your body like apology took the day off? Do it again. Every sidewalk is your runway. Study the grace and how awkward your pose is. There is strange beauty in how we learn how to take up space. Buy glitter for days. Smooth the baby hairs. Sharpen the acrylic claws. Name the color that widens your joy. Paint your face with it. Dye your hair in it. Every day is an episode of You Are Everything. Take a selfie for every lie depression told you. Let each photograph be a middle finger to doubt. Supermodel your anxiety until comparison is irrelevant. Let them stare at the stretch marks. Some people have trouble reading a map. Wear your name in gold, babe. Stunning and surrounded. You are meant to be this memorable. That's how to be fierce. It is really hot outside, okay? I no longer beg for anyone to love me. A tree does not beg and still offers the sweetest fruit to those willing to reach for it. Another section in this book is entitled Joy. And I think trying to find joy these days is work. It's work because life is so different right now. But we can still make room for joy in the smallest ways, whether it's coming to the park or reading a poem or drinking a cup of lemonade or dancing to Beyonce like everyone is watching and you don't care. So there's room for joy in our lives, friends, and I hope that you are able to do that today. And if you can't, that's okay too. The thing too about joy is that radical self-joy is also knowing how to be patient with yourself. So this is how to make room for joy. I want to say forgive me in advance. These poems were definitely written before quarantine, so if some things aren't social distance appropriate, that's the reason why, but I hope you do understand this sentiment. And this is how to make room for joy. Book a flight. Select the window seat. Remind yourself that you belong to the sky and everything beneath it. Grab the basketball and practice your jump shot. We learn best from the shots we miss. Drink a smoothie. Drink ginger tea. Drink a shot of tequila, eat all of the sourdough bread, grab the quilt and let it hug your body. Let it give you a warmth on the days it feels impossible. Turn off the sun. Turn off the phone. Forget about the warmth on the days it feels... I messed that poem up, y'all. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to run it back because it's okay to make mistakes because we're human. So we're just going to run it back one more time. And thank y'all for being patient with me. How to make room for joy. Book a flight. Select the window seat. Remind yourself that you belong to the sky and everything beneath it. Grab the basketball and practice your jump shot. We learn best from the shots we miss. Drink a smoothie. Drink ginger tea, drink a shot of tequila, eat all of the sourdough bread, grab the quilt and let it hug your body. Let it give you a warmth on the days it feels most impossible. Turn off the phone, forget about the timeline, disable the notifications, give yourself the sun instead. Sit in the garden with nothing but your breath and the breeze, a kiss from the wind, listen to Jacob Banks. Let it bring you home. Clip your toenails while in your most comfortable naked. Spell freedom with your favorite memory of the last time laughter was a good gospel and not a letter to guilt. Put the doubt on silence. Shower in cocoa butter, bubble bath soap, and patience for yourself. Dance, friend. Two-step. Pop your back, sweat the insecurity out, polish your nails in the brightest glory. Remember your body. Remember, hydration is not about the water we drink, but the water we return to. Find the ocean. Give it your name. Whisper to the earth a secret. Make space for tears, for failure, for confusion. Because after the flood comes the peace, the joy that was always yours. Got a little choked up, you know what I'm saying? I'm also from the Bronx, New York, so sometimes I do slip into some Cardi B verbiage, like, oh gosh, you know, that happens sometimes. So This poem is called Reasons to Live. Strawberry lemonade under the sun, my grandmother's laughter, marathons of the office, standing underneath a tree, cuddles with my cat, reminding someone of their greatness, the softness of the ocean, a first kiss with someone who deserves it, Beyonce's next album, a day where rest does not feel like a burden, a good bath, karaoke with your favorite people, Marvel's Infinity War Part 2, a heartbreak that does not know your name, the best kind of silence, fried chicken and sweet tea, the width of your dreams made real, a love that will hold you when you can't, the love that will hold you when you can't, a love that can hold you when you can't, when the things that you say about yourself become loud, become the story that lived despite the plot thickening, despite the turn of pages. Find your reasons in the shape of your eyes, in the glory of your smile, the one that keeps you here another day. Whew. How y'all feeling out there? I hope you're feeling good. We just got a few more poems, and I just want to say thank you for listening, for being patient with yourself, because it's not easy, friends. We're making it work. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that you're doing enough. Sometimes you have to rest. Sometimes you have to quit with the comparisons. Sometimes you have to log off, run away to a beach or a coffee shop to the ears of someone who will listen. Sometimes you have to get lost to know where you are going. Take a break. Find the silence. Hold your peace. Sometimes you are best developed when you are most unsure. Everything in the wind whistles. You are needed. Despite the crash of your heart and the bend of your hope, friend, know that you are exactly where you need to be, under the sun and in love with yourself. It's wild out here, friends. Sometimes, we can feel like we're failing, we're not doing what we're not working, we're not able to see our people as much or travel, and that can feel like, we're failing, but it's also okay to be okay with failure. And that's what this poem is about. How to be okay with failure. Trip over your own feet. It happens all the time to me. Trip over your own feet. Walk into the parked car, the mirror, your crush, spill coffee on your uniform, overcook the rice, undercook the omelet, find gum stuck to the bottom of your shoe, examine the paper cut, the date never shows up, your text got left on read, twerk so hard you drop the phone and crack the screen, study for the exam and get every question wrong, belly flop into the pool, dye your hair the wrong color, pull out your wedgie on live television, forget your best friend's birthday, don't forget see, and this is what failure is. Sometimes we mess up. I'm gonna run this poem back as well, just to speak to it's okay to feel like we're failing and start over again. Thanks for hanging out with me. How to be okay with failure. A life lesson for myself right now. Trip over your own feet. Walk into the parked car, the mirror, your crush, spill coffee on your uniform, overcook the rice, undercook the omelet, find gum stuck to the bottom of your shoe, examine the paper cut, the date never shows up, your text got left unread, twerk so hard you drop your phone and the crack in the foam becomes real. Study for the exam and get every question wrong. Belly flop into the pool. Dye your hair the wrong color. Pull out your wedgie on live television. Forget your best friend's birthday. Don't get the job. Fail the audition. Miss the exit. Get dumped. Have a terrible first kiss. Fart in class. Have 2 left feet. Burp without apology. Make typos. Failure is a line of poetry. Failure is a crown we all have access to, a planet we constantly unpack. Failure is a mountain we scale and have yet to peak, an ocean we name and have yet to drown in. Failure is a friend. It is the pulling of a heart, the mercy in how we fuck up, and the glory in finally getting it right. because that's what just happened to me. All right, y'all, I have one final poem, and this poem speaks to my health. I was diagnosed with lupus probably about 6 years now, in 2013, so about 7 years now. And as a result, lupus is this autoimmune disease where the body attacks itself. My body attacked my kidneys, and so my kidneys don't function at the capacity of a normal person's, which is why I have this catheter here and I have one on my stomach. And getting diagnosed so young really kind of knocked the wind out of me. So I wrote this poem while I was in the hospital, and I hope it gives us hope to all of us who are just, health is such a topic right now, mentally and physically. And I just want to send us all love and hugs and good energy. And you have my thoughts, you're in my thoughts, because none of this is easy, friends. But we're showing up, and that's all we can do. That is the best we can do, is show up. And that looks like so many different things, by the way. If you show up and all you can do is brush your teeth and then get back in bed, you showed up. If you show up and you decide, I'm going to take the dog for a walk, you're showing up. You go to work, you show up. You show up how you can. And that's okay. Be patient with the blooming of your heart. So this poem is entitled 22. I'm 28. I wrote this poem when I was 22. That's why it's called 22. And I hope you enjoy it. And I want to say thank you again, Willa, for having me do this. This is new and different, but I had a good... Hi friends. So unfortunately the video got cut off, but this is my last poem and I hope you enjoy it. Again, it's about my health journey, and I hope it brings hope or just some comfort or relief or a break from dealing with your own mess of being human, which we all go through. But this poem is called 22. Again, thank you, Willa, for having me. Shouts out to Cal State Fullerton, sending y'all so much love during this. I know it must be a difficult time as a student as well, and I'm sending y'all encouragement, and you're in my thoughts and in my heart. I love you so much. Last poem, 22. Here we go. Oh, and then by the way, if you wanted to follow me on social media, my handle on Instagram is @Tonya Instagram. That's TONYA Instagram. Or you can go to my website, TonyaIngram.com, to learn more about me, to also purchase my book, How to Survive Today, and to just hang out. I love making new friends, so let's do that. We can virtually hug each other. Okay, that's it. 22. I was 22, rocking the latest 85, always down for a diner, thrift shop educator, 8 Mile enthusiast, Cincinnati Bengals fan when and if it will ever matter, Kendrick Lamar's hand in matrimony, the epitome of hashtag that awkward moment when, Angela Bassett's bestie, hater of all things Hollister, a Gryffindor or Ravenclaw, but never the Hufflepuff, the embodiment of Olivia Pope as Patronus. I was in love with a boy and his hand-stitched guitar, his odd-stitched heart, harmonizing in the key of lonely. I am mother's water broke in church pew, father's lost letter, daughter he will never meet. I'm scared to be black. I'm proud to be black. I have never seen The Notebook, but I've rewatched every installment of Friday. I am metaphors that boost my street cred, because all I want in life is to rap under the alias Tanyasaurus Rex. I am a bullet in an open flood, swimming in the junkyard of the most sacred drowning. I am a girl still learning God. Lupus is an autoimmune disease. This means that immune cells in the body that usually destroy viruses begin attacking healthy parts of the body, such as skin, blood cells, kidneys, heart, and brain. The cause of lupus is not known. Common symptoms include a butterfly-shaped rash across the bridge of the nose, sunlight sensitivity, arthritis, fatigue, or depression. There is no cure for lupus, but most people can lead normal, active lives with proper care. I am diagnosed but I've rewatched every installment of Friday because all I want in life is to rap under the alias Lupus is an autoimmune daughter he will never meet, a thrift shop virus. This means the cells in the body are scared to be black. Other parts of the body such as skin, blood cells, kidneys, heart, and brain are always down for a diner. The cause of lupus is not known. Common symptoms include harmonizing in the key of lonely and the embodiment of Olivia Pope as Patronus. I am in love with sunlight sensitivity, swimming in the junkyard of fatigue that usually attacks and hates all things Hollister. I am a Gryffindor who began attacking the normal parts of my body for never seeing The Notebook. The butterfly-shaped rash across the bridge of the nose is depression. I am proud to be mother's word of broken church pew, the epitome of hashtag there is no cure. I am 28, rocking the latest lupus. Common symptoms are metaphors that boost my odd-stitched kidneys, stunning blood cells, wrecking brilliance of a brain, still heart, good skin. Most people can lead normal, active lives without cure, with proper care, in an open flood where the most sacred drowning is the girl who is still learning God. So I thought that would be my last poem, but I actually have one more for y'all because y'all have been so great, so patient, so loving. And forgive my sniffles. I got the sniffles in the middle of a poem and then choked at one point. That wasn't cute, but things were sticking with me through that because I got nervous. Okay, I want to perform this last poem because I think it's really appropriate for what we're all going through and this idea of like how do we get through, like what does strength look like right now. And let me find this poem for us because I really want to forgive my like aloofness or just messiness right now. I want to get this poem to y'all because I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be worth it. Boom, boom, boom. Do we have it? Oh no, it's not here. But where is it? Where is it? I found it. Thanks for hanging out with me. All right, this is our last poem, y'all. As always, thank you for listening, for being kind in your listening. Please be kind to yourselves as we navigate these really interesting times. Self-kindness is really important. So this is the final poem. If I can find it, I will find it. We will find this poem. Where are you, poem? I hope y'all are doing all right in the world. I don't know, maybe the poem's not meant. No, I found it. As soon as I was about to say maybe it's not meant to be, I found it. Patient with the blooming of your heart. All right, friends, last poem of the day, of the night, whenever this reaches you. It's How to Be Strong. How to be strong. Don't be a hot mess, an ugly cry in the emergency room, the third rejection. Sorry about that, y'all. I got a phone call and had to stop the performance, but this is the last poem. Thank y'all for your patience. I know it's been some technical difficulties, and life difficulties and human difficulties, and that's all okay. That is all okay. Perfection is overrated, but process is gorgeous, and you look gorgeous, friend. So this poem is called How to Be Strong. Hopefully no one calls me in the middle of it, but if so, that's okay too. I love you, friends. Be good to you, be kind to yourself, and have a beautiful rest of your day. This poem is How to Be Strong. How to be strong. Don't be a hot mess, an ugly cry in the emergency room, the third rejection letter this week. Ruin your makeup while weeping over the overdue phone bill. Download the dating app immediately after the ex you met on it leaves you. Borrow a shoulder to lean on and a Spotify playlist to lose your voice to. Find a bubble bath after dialysis. Find a cute dog after an anxiety attack. Find your name after you were called out of it. Write a love poem to the day you thought you could not make it. Be bold about your fears, about the diagnosis, about the day you could not get out of bed. Strength is an occupation, a marigold in dust, a thing we cannot see when the world is ending, but a reminder we keep when we survive long enough to see that it has not. We're gonna get through this, friends. I'm sending you all my thoughts and my prayers and my love. Be good to you, be kind to you. I hope these poems help, despite the little fumbles here and there. I hope you were able to hear that it's gonna be all right. All right, take care. My name is Tonya Ingram. You can find me on Tonya Instagram or TonyaIngram.com. Take care, friends, and enjoy the rest of your week, your day, your month. Mwah.